feel so depressed. Did you guys ever have it where you? Ooh, what's that? That sounded
depressed music.
That was.
Yeah, it's an email. That's exactly what it is.
That was me going, yes.
That was it. So I'm so depressed. I have a place that I actually love very much. So that is a place that I look at as, oh God, wouldn't it be great to eat there? And last night we ended up doing it because they were on DoorDash. And I normally don't ever say, what are you waving to me?
Megan can't hear Mike. I was going to have you look at your phone.
Megan can't hear Mike. All right, there you go. I don't know. Maybe it was that noise that went off.
I tried to.
Can you hear Mike now? Mike, give a test 1 2. Test 1 2.
I tried to do it discreetly too.
You don't have to be discreet. It's a podcast.
Yes.
I still can't hear him if you talked.
Mike is not
yeah,
talking.
no,
There he is. Can you hear him now?
Cool.
Tell me more about this restaurant, Mojo.
So okay,
Thank you.
so I ordered from there last night. Luke and I were very excited because it's really far from the house, and it was on DoorDash. I'm like, this must be a mistake. I can't believe that this restaurant is on DoorDash because it would be a really far drive in itself to go to. Let alone if I was a DoorDash driver, I'd be like going, "Are you kidding me? I got to drive that far?" Because it's the restaurant is. Can I say what the restaurant is?
Yeah.
Can I guess? Do
Go
I
ahead.
know?
Go ahead.
Have we had a conversation about this?
We talked about this restaurant, and actually,
About how much I also love this restaurant?
and you said you love it too. Yes.
The goddamn Cheesecake Factory.
Yes.
Come on.
I fuck so hard with the Cheesecake
Really?
Factory.
What did you say?
I fuck so hard with the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my God.
Is it because they have a 30-page menu, so no matter what you're in the mood for, they always have it?
It is because the portions are insane.
Criminal.
And it is the best hangover place in the entire world that is slept on.
Okay.
Let me just say this to you. We saw it on there, Cheesecake Factory, okay? And I haven't been to, usually I never would go to Cheesecake Factory unless we would go to Chicago, because in Chicago, that was like where the Cheesecake Factory was. And then eventually we got one. I used to pray, please, Lord, give us a Cheesecake Factory here.
I've been twice.
And it's funny, yeah, same. Like, and it's right down the street from our work. We have a Cheesecake Factory.
I couldn't wait till they opened, and then I went, and I was like, what did I like about this place again?
So last night we ordered, and the funny thing is, first off, we ordered. Luke and I were like making up for lost time because I'm like, Luke, what do you want? And he orders the fried chicken sliders and then the chicken tenders. I'm like, Luke, that's a lot of food. He goes, I don't know when the next time I'll have Cheesecake Factory will be. So he wanted to have it in like the refrigerator for lunch and stuff.
Smart boy.
And I ordered a burger, and I don't know why, because it's just a burger. I should have gotten like the salads because they have like the monster size salads. I woke up this morning and I feel like my stomach is hurting me, and I don't know what it is. And maybe it's because of it's God paying me back for the fact that I'm gluttonous in going to a place that serves so much food it could feed a small country. It's really one of the. But have you ever had this on a totally different note? Have you ever had this where you had like a bad meal at a restaurant that you love so much, and now you're thinking, I don't know if I can ever go back there again or love them again?
Yeah.
It ruins it for
it.
you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I know everybody has a bad day. We have bad shows. And for God's sakes, we put a string of those together. But you know what I mean? Like, if that's the only time that somebody ever experiences us on a bad show, they're like, I'm never going to listen to you ever again.
One piece of grizzly chicken anywhere, I'm done with the place forever. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that?
What is grizzly chicken?
It's like rubbery and stringy with like veins and stuff. I don't know. It's just like not. I
know what you're talking about.
And it literally ruins it for me. I can't.
You know what's bad?
Can't eat there
chicken,
again.
veiny chicken.
It's that, but ugh, yeah. Even if it was really, really good up until then, I can't do it again.
But
it's in my brain.
By the way, when the DoorDash driver came to my house, he looked like he had like an empty tank of gas. Because you guys know where I live. You know how far the Cheesecake Factory is from my house? Can you believe that DoorDash would go that far?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I actually felt bad. I gave the guy the biggest tip that they had, but then he came to the door, and I had like an extra $5 in my pocket, and I normally have cash but don't have cash. You know, I paid Mike all that money the other day. I gave him all my cash. So I said to the guy, I go, listen, this is all I got in my pocket, an extra $5. I'm going to give it to you because that was a long drive. And he goes, yeah, I think that might have been a mistake. When I saw where you guys were.
I DoorDashed last night. Well, I did Jets delivery to my dad's house, and I gave the freaking wrong address, and I felt so bad.
Did you DoorDash it to your house?
To my dad's. To my
Oh.
dad's. And I always get my dad's address mixed up with how many 5s and 6s there are. I constantly switch it. And the poor guy called me, and you could tell he was like sweating. I'm so sorry. I can't find the house. I can't find the house. And he's like, I found this address and this address, but I can't find the one you gave me. And I finally looked at what I typed in. And I'm like, oh shit, I gave you the complete wrong address. I'm so sorry.
See, I have the instructions being just leave it on the front doorstep. Like, I don't have them ring the doorbell at all. If that happened to me, some guy would be eating my food.
I know.
That would actually be a funny bit one time where we actually have like Spike be the DoorDash guy and walk up to the house with food and see what the people's reaction is that they didn't order food. Hi, I'm here at DoorDash.
Oh,
pull it
a
out
little
of
morality test.
Yeah.
See if
Yeah.
they accept it or
And
not.
see-
Yeah.
Everybody takes it.
Uh,
I bet almost like 90% of the people just
that
take
is
the food.
we have to do that. That's
It
such a
ju-
great experiment.
It would depend what he's carrying. I think every person would take a pizza if it was something like very specific. Some people might be like, "Oh, I didn't order that."
Mhm.
See, I wouldn't ask. I would be like,
You can tell like a
great.
pizza box. Like anything else is very like, yeah, you might not know, but a pizza
Yeah.
box, you know, it's pizza.
Yeah.
Remember in college when you would order pizza or order food and you'd have it delivered to the dorm, or you'd see somebody delivering it to the dorm, and you would try to convince the whoever the delivery guy was that you were the one that ordered it, and which made no sense because that was the days you had to pay for it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like you put it on your credit card and did it, but it would show up and people would be like, "Yeah, that's mine, and then you're like going, "Oh, now I'm out $20 because I had to buy a pizza."
Well, I always thought about it's a dirty trick, but in my apartment complex, my driveway is to 6 different apartments, so I could stand out when I see these delivery guys pull in the driveway. I could just walk out and meet them and be like, "Oh, thanks, man, thanks, appreciate it," and take the food, and the other people wouldn't see it. So then they'd be like, "Well, I delivered it. I gave it to somebody," and they wouldn't know who they gave it to.
Don't they take a picture now though?
They do, and they take a picture of
If
your
they
front
get to your doorstep.
So
But
I
if-
just envision you being like, "Hey, buddy, thanks so much," and him handing it to you and taking a picture of you reaching out to grab the bag and being like, "This bitch has your food."
What do they do if you grab it from them? Did they take a picture?
No, they
Still,
never have.
if you do it,
They never have for me.
if they're handing it to you, they don't need to take a picture.
Yeah, because they assume, well, I don't need to show you as delivered. You took it from me.
It's only if they leave it on your doorstep.
I have been a guy. I didn't mean to grab it, but I like happened to be walking in my house and had scheduled delivery, and the guy was like, "I have to take a picture to upload." So I like
He just thought you were
stood-
hot.
yeah.
He just wanted a picture.
I
of you.
stood-
no,
No,
I
no,
think
no.
they're right.
I was
'cause
not in it.
There has to be proof that it
I
was
stood to the
delivered.
side and was like,
Ah.
"Go ahead." It had
Yeah.
nothing to do with me.
I want to call my son. I just want to see how his stomach is doing today after this whole thing. I feel bad because I'm not giving Cheesecake Factory a bad rap. It might have just been
I'll give
how
him.
my
I
stomach
will.
reacted.
Your
I
call
will-
has been forwarded to an
Oh, you know what? It's a school thing. Oh, hold
I
on.
will counteract any bad thing you could ever say about the Cheesecake Factory. I love it.
You love Cheesecake Factory
I
that
love the
much?
Cheesecake Factory.
Is Megan? Are you even here? You wanted Mike to be able to hear you, and you hear Mike, but now you haven't even participated. What do you got going on, Megan? What's going on?
Wow, the amount of disdain when talking to me. in
Just for that? Hold on. Just for that, I'm taking. You're not going to hear me now. I'm not allowing you to hear me. Megan,
Now
I'm,
you
I'm
can't
gonna,
hear him.
Spike and laughing.
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about you, Megan, and you're not gonna allow me. See that?
Now you
How does
can't
it feel?
you can't hear him as punishment. He's talking about you.
Okay, God forbid I try to make sure that I am prepared for this podcast. I love
What-
that I'm receiving backlash, but if I didn't hear him the whole time and then Mike would have said something to me, then Mojo would have been like, "Why didn't you say
I know.
something?"
What's the
lose-lose
the one restaurant that is your like go to? Like what's your go to? With Ellen loves Cheesecake Factory.
I don't go
love.
enough, but I love it.
I have a few. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in, but I'm going to say the most consistent staple in my life is San Marcos tacos. Ooh.
Is there a restaurant, and it might be San Marcos, is there a restaurant that any of you guys call where as soon as they hear your voice, they already know what the order is?
Yes.
You
That
never
is King
switch it up?
Chef. The lady recognizes my voice. She doesn't ask for my phone number anymore. If I don't order enough, she asks me, "Are you okay?"
That's
It's
so
bad.
funny.
Wait, do you have one, Spike?
No, I don't think so. I
There's a
switched it up.
restaurant that I walk into that they don't even put menus down in front of me anymore. They just say small special with low-fat dressing and onions, 2 kids grilled cheeses with pickles and French fries, a saganaki and a diet Verner's, and I'm like, yep.
So you never-
every
Mine
time.
is Samurai Sushi. So when I order samurai sushi,
Yeah.
if I order by the time I get to the second or third roll, the women will go, Mojo, like she'll like squat, and they all know me because I have them wrap it in cucumber instead of rice and.
Yeah, I feel like sushi, we all have our usual roles, but Shannon, when you go into this restaurant that has a full menu, you never want to see first if there's a special or something different that you might want?
No. I told them, I was like, one day I'm going to change it up and you guys are not going to know what to do with yourselves.
Do you order that to go too?
Yeah,
The same
I
meal?
really do.
So
yeah.
when you call and order it to go, do they know it's yours?
They literally go, hi, Shannon. I'm like, hi.
I didn't realize that some of the restaurants, and I really don't call restaurants now to do it. For some reason, I'm so into the just app
You
ordering.
like paying extra for your delivery.
I know it's so stupid, isn't it? That
To avoid human contact.
but
That's
I
why
didn't
do it.
realize that some of these restaurants actually will store your name in their phone system. Like we had
The pizza place always
Jets
did that.
did that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to say Jets does that.
What's your pizza place?
my favorite pizza.
Yeah, like if you order a Friday night pizza, what's your place?
I got a couple of them. I love Jets because I love their ranch. I tried this place by my house called Lucky Ducks. I don't know if you guys ever do. They have a Lucky Ducks anywhere else, or is it just
Never heard of that, no.
just by me? And then there's a guy that he's a big fan of the show. His name is Lou, and he owns Chubby Charlie's.
Oh, have they brought in pizzas before for
They
us, I think.
they do, yeah. He
Yeah.
brings in pizzas to every TV. He's the master of getting press.
Yeah.
Because he brings free food to the TV anchors and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Jay Towers and I were talking about this. Jay's like, hey, you could go to the Chubby Charlie's by your house? And I'm like, yeah, we order from there all the time. He goes, they're the greatest pizza ever. And I go, how do you know? And do you have one? And he goes, yeah, they're putting one by my house eventually, but they bring them to Fox 2 all the time.
Oh, smart.
So the guy gets on TV.
Yeah.
What is your guys' pizza go-tos?
I love Como's.
That's
love
a great place, yeah.
Como's. And I like Tomatoes pizza.
Oh, you
which we
like the
have.
actual mom and pop type places, huh? None of the
Yeah,
chains?
I mean, I do love Buddies. I feel like you can
Buddies
never
is
go wrong
the
with
best,
Buddies.
the original.
Tony
Buddies is coming to Toledo, and I'm so excited.
Tony Travato said to me the other day, he goes, it's the most overrated pizza he's ever.
What?
It's
Buddies?
because,
Get
the fuck outta here.
we had trade at Buddies, and for every staff lunch, every staff celebration,
eat it.
every whatever, we had Buddies pizza, and it would sit out all day, and you would like eat a breadstick 3 hours after it had gotten here.
But
because
that's
it
what we
was
do with all our
there.
pizza at home.
Yeah, but it's like because it was the same thing every single time. To me, I have I associate Buddies and work parties in my head. It's like if I went to Chuck E. Cheese, I wouldn't be like, "This is the best pizza," even if it was, because I'm like, I'm at a
Chuck E.
kid's
Cheese
birthday party.
pizza is great pizza.
No.
It is great.
How would
you don't
know,
like
Mike?
it?
You
No,
never
I
had a birthday
agree.
party there.
Oh, wow. Hey, how was your Valentine's
back.
Day alone?
I got my nails done.
Oh.
Is that what we're doing? We're just throwing out traumatic experiences?
Hey, mine was of the past. Yours was current. That was way meaner.
Chuck E. Cheese pizza is great
It
pizza.
is. I don't know
How do you
what
not
it is,
like
it is.
pizza?
I don't. I just remember it as like plain pepperoni pizza, like cardboard
But
pizza.
there's something about it that's really good.
It
It's
was
the
good.
cheese. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Does the conspiracy that they save pizza and,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
push
that's
them
lived on
together
forever.
and
Don't care. Still want it.
oh, that grosses me.
Apparently, Shane Dawson is coming back and talking about a lawsuit with Chuck E. Cheese, and
They sued him?
yeah, for the documentary on
documentary.
their pizza.
That's funny.
All right. Do we fill enough time for people to have listened to this podcast? Is that has the podcast? Megan, could you hear everything? Everybody technically okay? The computer worked. That we
I
got
swear
on
to
there?
God, I'm just gonna take a break from these podcasts for a while.
No.
I'm done with these.
This
Mike
is.
just brought up me spending Valentine's Day alone. You
Yeah,
are
these have
fine
got
on this
mean.
one. I know.
Do you know what these podcasts do? These podcast. It's funny because people like it because they say that they could hear like a different side of us. It gives the listeners a different behind the scenes side of us that we don't do on the radio, but it makes all of us fight. Like we all become.
I wonder why. It's almost like you like to stir the pot.
I wasn't the one that told you guys to say the things that you just said.
Sorry, Dad.
I got a bad stomach right now from Cheesecake Factory.
I got the right Pepto for you. Just so you
Oh,
know.
please. I need it.